Welcome back to Film Music Fridays. Today we're going to take a look at two cues from one of the, I think, greatest music scores ever composed for a motion picture. From 1974, Chinatown, composed by the everlasting Jerry Goldsmith. Now, this movie, of course, is directed by Roman Polanski, starring Jack Nicholson and Faye Dunaway. It's a really dark film, a film noir film, and the instrumentation is one of my favorite things in this score. And for those that don't know the legendary story, it goes something along these lines. The score was originally written by another composer, and it was thrown out last minute by the director. Jerry Goldsmith was brought on at the very, very tail end of post-production and had 10 days to compose the score. And the story goes that Jerry, as he often would kind of halfway joke, halfway be serious about an instrumentation that he would just throw out there as an idea. And in this case, he threw out the idea of piano and trumpet, strings, harp, and percussion. And Roman Polanski, as the story goes, fell in love with the idea, so Jerry was committed to that instrumentation. What he composed has now become one of the most iconic scores ever written, and one of the most well-crafted scores I think ever written. It's really, truly incredible. So let's take a look at two scenes. The first of which is where detective here, J.J. Geddes, is finally kind of realizing he's wrapped up in much more than he was led to believe, which originally he was hired to reveal an affair, and finds himself in a web of deceit and politics and a kind of dark human nature. So this scene here, he's for the first time kind of going down to the river basin, realizing that it's dry, and the music here is very avant-garde, and as Jerry did so often in his career, it speaks so perfectly to the character and the psychology of perhaps what J.J. Geddes is thinking here. So let's take a look and listen to this first scene, and we'll see you in a moment for the next one.
Hello. Howdy. You, were riding out here the other day, weren't you? Do you speak English? Habla inglés?
Sí.
You were talking to a man a few days ago. He wore glasses, yes. What did you talk about? Do you mind my asking?
The water,
What about the water?
when it comes.
When it comes? What did you tell him?
It comes in different parts of the river. Every night a different part.
This next scene we'll take a look at here has a little bit more romance in it, but the way Jerry scores it, it's rather on the dark side, and you hear some rather dissonant things after you hear the beautiful theme from the film, played here not only on trumpet, but taken over by the strings at a point. So this is finally where J.J. Geddes and Evelyn Mulwray have a bit of romance on the screen, and the way Jerry plays this is really quite brilliant. And this is an extended scene, it's about 3 minutes. I love this one because you start to learn even more about the character of J.J. Geddes and his psychology as he's having a cigarette there lying in the bed after some on-screen Hollywood romance. So we'll see you for the next Film Music Friday. If you haven't seen Chinatown, go out and see it. It will change your life, I promise. It's an incredible film, and it'll really give you an idea of how truly brilliant Jerry Goldsmith really was. So until then, stay cool.
Is it painful? Must be painful. What's wrong?
Your eye.
What about it? What?
Something black in the green part of your eye.
Oh, that. It's a flaw in the iris.
Flaw?
Yes. Just a sort of birthmark. Did you wear a uniform?
Sometimes.
Must have looked cute in blue.
Give me a break, will ya?
I don't know you. I want to know more about you.
Not now.
You really don't like to talk about the past, do you?
Tired.
No, why does it bother you to talk about it?
Bothers everybody that works there.
Where?
Chinatown, everybody. To me, it was just bad luck.
Why?
You can't always tell what's going on. Like with you.
Why was it bad luck?
I was trying to keep someone from being hurt. I ended up making sure that she was hurt.
Cherchez la femme. Was there a woman involved?
Of course.
Dead?